Here we go. Backing up. Easy, 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 easy. Let's talk about a few of the other things why you want this F-150 over the competition. Now, the biggest reason for me is towing and some of these features. So the GM and the Ford, you know, towing wise from a collective number standpoint, gross vehicle weight rating, payloads, all that, extremely competitive. I'll show you. Here is a payload sticker of my Silverado. You can see that had the max tow package, max trailering or heavy duty trailering, or I can't remember what they call it, package. You can see it upgrades the axle and some other stuff, so I get 1,900 and plus pounds of capacity to throw in the truck. My Ford here is 17 and change, and that's still enough for what I need, but if you're really looking for a higher load amount, then you really got to pay attention to that available vehicle ratings for the truck. The payload, the difference between your gross vehicle weight rating and curb weight. So obviously everything you put in and on the truck goes against your gross vehicle weight rating. No, your payload is not a magical number on the website or what your dealer tells you. I wouldn't believe how many dealers I've argued with. They don't know what the actual ratings of the trucks are. They just look at the little sheet and says, yeah, this 2.7 EcoBoost is capable of towing 14,000 pounds because this Ford brochure I have in my hand here claims Ford can tow up to that amount of weight. They almost never look at a specific truck, and so you really need to look at the specific truck to get what your true needs are for that model. Everything from, like I said, the sunroof, all that takes away. It just amazes me that they sell a $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 vehicle and some of the guys don't know anything about it. They just say, oh, hey, look how pretty these screens are and stuff. And that just really annoys me when a lot of people buy a vehicle like this to work. Now, that's a little bit on you too, guys. I mean, you gotta know what to look for, and you gotta know what your truck needs to be able to do. You know, if you have a camper or a trailer, you gotta know what it weighs. You gotta make sure the truck you pick, you know, can satisfy all those things. Everything from your hitch box rating to your payload capacity to your tow rating is basically the last thing you really care about. You know, like I said, shouldn't be putting 9,000-10,000 pounds behind a half-ton anyway for a variety of reasons. Now, if it's a flatbed, okay, sure, but I'm talking specifically campers, box trailers, etc. I'm not going to get down. There's plenty of channels out there that kind of scold you for, you know, putting more than 5,000 pounds behind your half-ton. Now, that's also not true. I've had a lot of success. Now, I will, as some of you know, we use a Pro Pride hitch. That is an absolute game changer when you're towing 28 to 35 foot travel trailer. Nearly a must if you're over 32 feet, in my opinion. I'm trying to use a properly well-equipped half-ton. I will say that there. Know your ratings, guys. So anyway, towing. So the EcoBoost and the way it pulls and drives, just nicer, better than the GM brother. And as I said, I had the 6.2 that pulled very confidently, very strong, until it stopped working. Check this video out. Yes, sirree, that's my lifters failing. Failed on me twice. That is why I went away and back into the Silverado. Plus, they redesigned the Silverados in that amount of time, so I liked them. So we're heading out to grab the trailer here, and I'm gonna go through a little bit of that, a little bit of towing performance here. Again, real world stuff, real stuff people are using these trucks for. You know, you can sit in a auto dealer's parking lot and go over all the features, but people want to see how these things work, so we need more videos like that. While I'm almost there to pick up the trailer, a few other things here. The seats in here absolutely destroy the GMC. It's like it's not even a competition. I think GMC uses concrete and steel in their seat design, and then they just wrap that mold in leather or vinyl or whatever they use for some of that. You know, these Lariat seats, biggest difference between Lariat, Platinum. Lariat has leather on these seating surfaces, everything your butt and back touches, but vinyl on the backs, vinyl, I believe 100% vinyl back there. So anyway, don't care, not worth the extra money for full leather. In my opinion, cat skins are better than what they put in anyway. So seats, comfort, size, everything, way better than GM. Not even competition. GM is hard, they're narrow, they don't provide great under thigh support, they're too short. My wife's Tahoe, same thing. I hop into that, hop into this. We're both like wowzers. I tried to convince her to get an Expedition over Tahoe, but she wasn't having that. Okay, we're almost here. Here's our trailers. You can hear the engine braking. I guess, sorry, I'll get flamed for that, not engine braking, but downshifting. It's not a diesel. Okay, this is where the last video kind of comparison, accelerating up the on-ramp. It was going 56, 57, the last one. This is rear world users. I do get a tiny bit of porpoising. The awesome thing about the Pro Pride is if you're getting a little bit of porpoising, or if you get a little bit of floaty steering wheel, I've done it a couple times. You just pull over, hop out, take those jacks, put them up or down slightly, and you can dial that right in. Another hitch, a friction hitch, you have to take it apart, bolts and all that, adjust it. So that's one of the awesome things about this. Here we can see where we're at. 70 miles per hour, 2600 RPM, smooth butter. All right, this is a very boring video. Wish it was more exciting. There's just no wind out here. I can truly barely feel the camper. Again, I started to go down that route, how that's cliche. I guarantee you people feel it with something other than this setup. But you know, the trailer's 28 feet, 7,000 pounds, half ton with a Pro Pride, a very good match. Pro Pride hitch makes a difference. If this thing was a little longer, I'd probably feel a little bit more. The weight is nothing for this engine and axle ratio combination. Again, boring video, just a daily cruise, but hey, this is what towing should be, right? You shouldn't be stressed. You shouldn't be here. You can just see where my hands are. There we go. This is a standard day of towing with this setup, regardless of wind. Yeah, sure, you get 20 mile an hour sustained winds. Is a little bit different. Standard day towing, boring video, boring time. Alrighty. Okay guys, we're back here on the soapbox. Just finishing up a couple things. It's kind of going on about, you know, the assumption is people don't know how to set up their hitch, don't know how to tow, don't know how to do these things, and that's why they have to get an expensive hitch. Well, as I was inferring, I would argue majority of the people that have these hitches are actually more experienced than your average Joes. A lot of them too aren't just weekend warriors. We're kind of weekend warrior, but we do try to do long trip a year. We didn't this year, mainly due to a baby, a 6-month-old. But maybe next year we'll do a longer trip. We still do a couple hours minimum. You know, we're heading out today, a few hours. We'll get some hills, going up north of Iowa to Decorah. Beautiful place. Shout out to Decorah if there's any Decorah fans. I'm just pacing here. As you can kind of see, this thing is straight. You know, it's set up right. You can see how level the truck sits. You know, you can see how level the hitch head is with the truck. Okay, I'm not going to get into the rants of the differences between the Pro Pride and the Hensley Arrow. I have a different video for that. You can see how level the travel trailer is. Okay, and now let's see how level the entire setup is. Just blows my mind how there's so many people that actually don't know how to set up their trailer, and a lot of it is, you know, perhaps the RV dealership set it up that wrong. So that blows my mind how few don't know how to set those up either, even though that's their job. I just don't understand. I've never bought in a trailer or helped friends buy trailers without me setting up their hitch for them. I value towing, I value safety, I value comfort, and I know if I set them up and show them how to set it up, that is how they're going to have the safest ride. That's good for their trailer and good for their truck or vehicle. Anyway, I just wanted to continue my rant. I've had various videos of this 2400, a few other projects. Chopping block next year. I'll get rid of the West Lakes, put on an upgraded tire, also put on different shackle wet bolts, upgrade the suspension next year, I think. And then this guy. Gonna do something different with this outside kitchen. That is how I organize. So I have some ideas. I'm not quite sure which one's gonna win, but stay tuned for a future project of redoing this thing. Never used it, ever. Probably never will. In fact, I know I never will. So anyway, that will be an upcoming video of a how-to very similar to my drawers. Built some drawers that pull out on the dinette. Search for that video too. Okay guys, this is long enough. Make this a multi-part series. Thanks for hanging on. Hopefully this was helpful to kind of see some basics that the average Joe, in my opinion, is looking for on a pickup truck, specifically the 2021 F-150 Lariat trim in this situation. Some of the things I've added to it and why, and my trailer, towing, probably just some basics. See you later.